de Puerto Rico y bienvenidos a la competencia preliminar del certamen Miss Universo 2001, en vivo desde el Coliseo Rubén Rodríguez en Bayamón. Y sí, dije en vivo. Por primera vez esta competencia preliminar se está transmitiendo en el país sede en vivo a todo color, lo que significa que durante la noche de hoy no habrá nada editado. Además de eso, yo voy a estar compartiendo con ustedes para narrarles todo lo que sucede paso a paso, porque el evento esta noche se va a estar realizando en su totalidad en inglés. Los anfitriones de esta noche lo son Lara Duta, nuestra Miss Universo 2001, Jim Gibson, el actor norteamericano, y el pianista, compositor y puertorriqueño Francisco Paz también va a estar formando parte como maestro de ceremonia de este evento. Pero, ¿qué va a ser la competencia preliminar esta noche? Vamos a hablar un poco acerca de lo que va a estar sucediendo. Bueno, van a tener una primicia de lo que será el opening, o sea, el número de apertura del concurso Miss Universo 2001 este próximo 11 de mayo. Pero no lo van a ver en todo su esplendor, aunque sí va a ser algo espectacular, porque ellos guardan los elementos de sorpresa, la escenografía y los bailarines para la noche final. También vamos a estar viendo a las candidatas desfilando en sus trajes típicos y mucho, mucho más. La competencia de traje de baño y la competencia de traje de gala, de la cual vamos a estar hablando en nuestra próxima intervención. Así que nadie se retire de Tele 11, que en breve continuamos desde el Coliseo Rubén Rodríguez en Bayamón con la competencia preliminar de Miss Universo 2001. Que vamos a ver qué sucede durante este número de apertura que ya va a estar a punto de comenzar, y pasamos ahora a lo que es la tarima principal, donde ya se escucha la música, así que esa es la señal de que comenzamos ahora.
Let's begin with South America.
Argentina. Bolivia. Brasil. Chile. Colombia. Ecuador. Paraguay. Perú. Uruguay. Venezuela.
There they are, South America. Please welcome the ladies from Europe. Beginning with
Belgium. Bulgaria. Czech Republic. Estonia. Finland. France. Germany. Hungary. Ireland. Italy. Netherlands. Norway. Poland. Portugal. España. Sweden. Switzerland. Ukraine. Russia.
now. Let's meet the ladies from Asia. Beginning with
India. Japan. Korea. Malaysia. Aotearoa, New Zealand. Northern Marianas. Philippines. Singapore. Taiwan. Thailand.
the ladies from the Mediterranean. Beginning with
Morocco. Cyprus. Egypt. Greece. Israel. Lebanon, Malta, Slovak Republic, Slovenia, Turkey, Yugoslavia.
Please welcome the ladies from Africa. Beginning with
Angola, Botswana, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe.
Please welcome the ladies from North and Central America.
Canada, Mexico, USA, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Panamá.
Welcoming the ladies from the Caribbean.
Antigua and Barbuda, Aruba, the Bahamas, British Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico.
Oh, there they are, 77 delegates from all over the universe. Woo! Keep going. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Thank you very much, everyone. We're going to do this finale for telecast. Stay there.
Impresionante el número de apertura de aquí, de la competencia preliminar de Miss Universo 2001. Solo una muestra de lo que van a estar viendo durante el número de apertura la noche del 11 de mayo en el concurso final. Bueno, vamos a estar viendo en breves minutos la competencia de traje de baño. ¿Qué se está evaluando en la competencia de traje de baño? No necesariamente las medidas perfectas 34, 24, 36, sino la condición física de la joven, también cómo ella se desenvuelve en la pasarela y, por supuesto, su autoestima, su seguridad en sí misma. Vamos a pasar ahora a la tarima principal con los anfitriones de la noche.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much. What a wonderful night. What a beautiful set. What a tremendous country. Puerto Rico, thank you for inviting us. Thank you. We have enjoyed ourselves so very, very much. It is my privilege tonight to lead us through this magical night in our competition this evening. Our contestants are competing for, of course, the crown of Miss Universe 2001. You'll see our delegates, our 77 delegates from around the world. They'll be competing in exciting swimsuit competition. You'll see them in the elegance of evening gown competition. In addition to that, we have some very special entertainment guests that'll be with us tonight. I'm sure you'll recognize their name. Mr. Domingo Quiones will be with us. Absolutely. And also a new singing group called Jive 5, and I know you'll enjoy them as well when I introduce them a little later on. Some of the younger ladies screamed a little louder than the older ladies. At this time, I would really like to introduce to you someone. It's an honor to introduce her. She is not only one of the most beautiful women in the world, she is someone that for the past year, she has handled herself with distinction, with elegance, with grace. Ladies and gentlemen, your reigning Miss Universe from India, please welcome Laura Dutta. Laura. Isn't she lovely, ladies and gentlemen? Miss Universe 2000, Laura Dutta. Laura.
Good evening, Jim.
Welcome to Puerto Rico.
Thank you. I've spent 2 incredible weeks here, and they've gone so quick, but they've been absolutely wonderful.
Hopefully it was the end of a wonderful year. This is your week. We honor you as you have honored all of the women of the world as the reigning Miss Universe. Some of the highlights. Would you share those with us?
Gosh, you know, it's really difficult to say. I've traveled 600,000 miles. I've visited 42 countries, from Japan and Indonesia to Venezuela and this part of the world and a lot of Europe. But I've always said that it's not the place that you've been to or the most wonderful hotel suite that you've stayed at, but it's about the people that you've met and the stories they've had to tell. That's made my year.
Well said, young lady. On a more serious note, I know that you had as one of your topics that you were concerned about the education of AIDS and the helping of the prevention of AIDS. Is that still something that you will be continuing on after your year?
Yes, it will, Jim. Apart from what I do with Miss Universe, I'm also an ambassador from India to the United Nations Population Fund, and I'll continue working on women's sexual and reproductive rights issues and AIDS, HIV. In fact, I'm going to go back to my country and establish my own foundation that will be working on the same causes.
Wonderful. Congratulations on that. On a less serious note, it was a year ago, you were over in Cyprus. Wonderful country there as well. You were backstage, though. You were not wearing that crown yet. You were putting on your swimsuit. What goes on right now backstage? What do you remember what you were doing last year?
Well, I know that the girls have been through an absolutely grueling schedule, and they've been going crazy, and they've got events and, you know, things that they've been doing in rehearsals. But as of now, today is a really big day for them. They don't know who's going to make top 10, but of course, each and every one of them wants to. So I'm sure they're really nervous, but they're a wonderful bunch of women, and I've spent the last couple of days with them and had a chance to, you know, speak with them. They really are charming, beautiful, intelligent, and they've got everything going for them.
So what advice would you give them, Laura, as someone that has walked the runway?
Well, really just to be very much in the moment, to know what you're doing and to give it your best shot, and they've got everything going for them, like I said.
As do you. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Universe, Laura Dutta. Thank you, Laura. She's going to be stepping off this way. And as Laura exits, I'm going to introduce her co-host this evening. He's a well-known classical pianist, recording artist with Sony Records. In addition, he also hosts a syndicated television show out of Miami. It's entitled Jams on Spanish television. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Francesco Paz. Francesco. Francesco, congratulations. This is your homeland.
Let me tell you, I'm so proud to be here. I'm so excited to be able to be part of Miss Universe. I'm welcoming you and everybody to my beautiful island. I hope you've been treated well. And
we have.
Have you been treated well?
We've all been treated wonderfully. We've decided to move here.
Really? Well, let me tell you, it's an honor for us, and we're doing the best we can to make you feel at home. And I hope that all of you will come back again to our beautiful island.
Thank you, Francesco.
Thank
About you now. You are going to be, of course, introducing all of our contestants along with your lovely co-hostess tonight.
Could you
Not a
believe
bad
that?
job.
Could you believe that? I'm
I-
going to be
I-
next to Miss Universe.
I
and
wanted the
then
job, and
I
they
have to
gave it-
see all these girls in beautiful nightgowns and swimsuits.
Evening gowns, not nightgowns, by the way. You want to clear that. Francisco Paz. Francisco, go
Thank
up
you.
there. Thank you. He's got, as he steps this way, give him another round of applause. Our co-hostess, Laura and Francisco.
There are 8 people here tonight who hold the fate of the delegates in their hands. Lara, we'll introduce you to the judges for tonight's competition.
Welcome, the editorial director of Latina Media Ventures and publisher of Latina Magazine, Bettina Cortina. Well known in the music industry, president of the new Latin division for Maverick Recording Company, Maverick Musica. Please welcome Bruno Del Granado. Next, renowned casting director for fashion magazines and advertising campaigns, including Abercrombie & Fitch and Brooks Brothers. Meet Olga Liriano. He is the creative director of O, the Oprah Winfrey magazine, reaching over 2.6 million readers every month. Here's Adam Glassman. A co-founding partner of Be There TV, the popular entertainment news network that focuses on reality-based celebrity programming. Please welcome Alex Lasky. The president of MGM Television Entertainment. Say hello to Hank Cohen. Next, she was the integral part in launching Demoda magazine and now publishes the popular monthly column Punto de Vista. Please welcome Patricia De La Torre. And finally, a woman who is very well known in Puerto Rico and has made her mark performing with superstars such as Julio Iglesias and Mark Anthony, Ednita Nazario. Thank you all for being here. We know you have an incredibly tough job.
In the following 3 days, these 8 judges have the tough job of interviewing all 77 delegates. The scores from these interviews will count for 1/3 of the total score of the preliminary competition. Swimsuit and evening gown will also count for 1/3 each. At the end of the evening, our judges will tally up the numbers, and after that, we will arrive at the top 10 finalists. Those top 10 will not be announced until the live telecast. So keep your own score and see how well you do.
At this time, as we give our delegates a few extra minutes to change into their swimwear for competition, we're happy to have with us this evening someone who is one of Puerto Rico's upcoming shining stars. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Miss Universe stage, Domingo Quillones.
Amor y mucho cariño, dice.
Aquí me tienes otra vez, mirando hacia el pasado y pensando que a tu lado aún debiera estar. Imaginando aquí otra vez la de cosas que en la vida uno quiso hacer bien, pero resultaron mal. Lo cerca que estuvimos de lograr tan esperado sueño, la vez que volvimos a empezar y perdimos el empeño. Hubiéramos tratado una vez más y solamente Dios sabe. Tal vez hubiera ganado el amor si pudiera volver a verte y perderme allí en tus ojos como la primera vez, olvidando que después terminó todo en enojo. Que ¿Qué de cosas te diría si pudiera yo algún día en algún lugar volver a verte? Qué pena que el pasado que se añora se convierte en mañana y que pensando en esas horas ya no cambiamos nada. Hubiéramos tratado una vez más y solamente Dios sabe. Tal vez hubiera ganado el amor si pudiera volver a verte y perderme allí en tus ojos como la primera vez, olvidando que después terminó todo en enojo. ¿Qué de cosas te diría si pudiera yo algún día en algún lugar volver a verte? Si yo pudiera aquí en mis brazos tenerte, pero si yo pudiera, todo sería diferente. Nuestro sueño anhelado, si yo pudiera tener la oportunidad de volver a decirte si yo pudiera, que mi corazón perdonaras, pues yo nunca quise herirte. Tú sabes que eso es así. Te abrazaría bien fuerte, yo te colmaría de amor, sería diferente, te besaría frente a la gente, sería diferente, todo sería mejor. ¿Qué de cosas te diría si pudiera yo algún día en algún lugar volver a verte? Volver a verte, volver a verte.
Muchas gracias, Dios los bendiga. Muchísimas gracias, que sigan disfrutando de la noche. Muchas gracias.
I have dreamt of moments like this. To be in a room surrounded by beautiful women in swimsuits. And guess what? My dream has come true. With the help of Scott Grossman, choreographer for the Miss Universe organization, and Lara Dada, Miss Universe 2000, here is the 2001 Miss Universe swimsuit competition.
With Argentina.
This ambitious 18-year-old model began her career only a few short years ago. From the small town of Rosario, she moved to the bustling metropolis of Buenos Aires, where she surprised her toughest critics, her own family. Having graced runways and fashion magazines, she has gained her independence and hopes to become an international success.
Bolivia.
This charming Bolivian comes from Santa Cruz, where her mother works in a bakery. Luckily for Bolivia, she isn't tempted by a sweet tooth. A working model, she is 19 years old.
Brazil.
Having raced both cars and motorcycles, Brazil is an accomplished driver. The 1999 Carnival Queen of Santa Maria, this 22-year-old loves drag racing as she pursues the art of painting and graphic design.
Chile.
This 20-year-old delegate works on Chilean TV as a dancer and a model. Her performing talents have taken her throughout her homeland and overseas.
Don't let go again. It's your life. Love.
Colombia.
This 23-year-old spent much of her childhood in and around the waters of the Caribbean. Living in Colombia, she enjoys traveling, meeting new people, scuba diving, and modeling.
Ecuador.
This 23-year-old environmentalist works promoting green spaces and ecology for Malecón 2001. She's often the host and mistress of ceremonies of events such as the recent Ecuador to Antarctica.
Paraguay.
This 21-year-old delegate has several years of training in classical, modern, jazz, and folkloric dance. In her spare time, Miss Faraway also enjoys swimming, jet skiing, and horseback riding.
Peru.
At 23, this delegate was the youngest national heptathlon champion in her native Peru. She still competes in distance running, pole vaulting, and the javelin, and is also an aquatics champion.
Uruguay.
With 7 years of modeling experience, this multi-talented 25-year-old is someone who doesn't always follow the rules. Miss Uruguay prefers being spontaneous, and she enjoys traveling and discovering new cultures.
Venezuela.
Though she does not call them heroes, this 18-year-old delegate admires many people for the courage of their convictions. Miss Venezuela believes one does not need to look further than within oneself to stay centered and find strength and truth.
There they are. The region of South America: Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Peru, Uruguay, and Venezuela. The region from Europe, Belgium.
This Flemish 22-year-old is an athlete with rhythm. Her training includes 8 years of competitive gymnastics with 6 years of jazz dance.
Bulgaria.
Outgoing and strongly loyal, Miss Bulgaria is most proud of her friendships. At 19, she speaks 4 languages and champions on behalf of various charitable organizations in Bulgaria.
Czech Republic.
At 17, she was discovered on the streets of Prague. 2 weeks later, she was on the runways of Paris and Milan. Now 22, she still models, but has returned to her studies, majoring in tourism management.
Estonia.
At 19 years old, Miss Estonia is a veteran of many pageants and modeling competitions. With the support of a very close family, she has earned a diploma in music and finds her heroes from literary works.
gonna last. And we hope for more.
Finland.
An experienced traveler, this 19-year-old has her mind set on opening her own travel agency. Miss Finland would enjoy showing any traveler the nature of Lapland, the home of Santa Claus.
That's the way it's meant to be.
France.
Raised in a small country village, Miss France is a stranger to controversy. Having a sense of humor has allowed this 20-year-old to develop her own individual strength of character.
Don't give up again. Don't give up again.
Germany.
This 22-year-old had a life-changing experience after visiting the set of a Hollywood production. With 3 years of acting lessons under her belt and previous theatrical experience, she landed a role in a film and is now well on her way to an acting career.
Hungary.
As a 21-year-old print model, she has reported on current events for a local television station in her native Hungary. A long-standing interest in large productions, such as Miss Universe 2001 show, led her to enter the pageant.
Ireland.
As a beauty and body therapist, this 19-year-old from Tipperary is an accomplished Irish folk dancer. Her healthcare coursework has inspired her to promote the awareness of skin cancer and dangerous UVC rays.
Italy.
10 years of ballet training have no doubt prepared this 20-year-old delegate for the rigors of runway and print modeling. She admires the careers of Sophia Loren and Gina Lollobrigida and hopes to become an equally accomplished actress.
Netherlands.
At the age of 22, Miss Netherlands speaks 5 languages and has earned her degree in economics. After a few years of work experience, possibly in the entertainment field, she plans to resume her education to acquire an MBA.
Norway.
Her most exciting adventure to date, this 22-year-old from Norway had an unforgettable experience camel riding in the Tunisian desert at sunrise.
Poland.
Believing strongly in helping others, this 19-year-old has been volunteering her time and energy to raise money for medical equipment for youth organizations. In addition, participation in pageants has given Miss Poland a higher sense of self-confidence.
Portugal.
Recently signed to a modeling contract, this 19-year-old was nominated Model of the Year in her native Portugal. Formerly a middle distance runner, she has competed in district championships. She is proud of her independence and happy to be in a position to offer support to her family.
Spain.
At 21, Miss Spain's career ambition is to be a successful model. With 5 years of runway experience, she has recently entered the world of print modeling. Her current lifestyle strongly contrasts to her upbringing in a small farming village.
Sweden.
Fluent in 5 languages, Swedish, Portuguese, English, Spanish, and French, this 19-year-old student has no problem traveling the world on her own. Miss Sweden is well recognized for her accomplishments, since she comes from a town of only 300 people.
Switzerland.
As a native Maori, this 19-year-old New Zealand-born delegate had to learn Swiss German on her own in a very short period of time. Miss Switzerland feels at home in nature, which she attributes to her unique upbringing in two very different nations.
Ukraine.
From the historic Khazar Republic, this 22-year-old delegate has overcome her fears by skydiving. Now, Miss Ukraine says that all other fears are nothing compared to skydiving.
Russia.
20-year-old Miss Russia is fluent in English and has always been fascinated by ancient Egyptian culture. Last year, she realized one of her lifelong dreams when she visited the ancient pyramids and the Sphinx.
This is the ladies from Europe, Belgium, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Ukraine, and Russia. The delegates from Asia, India.
This 21-year-old is currently a VJ for MTV Asia. As an international model for runway and print, Miss India intends to put her salary towards funding her future education.
Japan.
For 3 consecutive years, this delegate made the final 8 in All Japan Karate. At 19, she is now a black belt in the sport. A recent accomplishment was breaking a block of wood with one chop.
Korea.
In addition to being the face of a prominent Korean cosmetic line, 23-year-old Korea plays a free-minded single woman on a weekly TV drama in Korea. She will keep on pursuing her modeling and acting careers, which continue to drive her.
Malaysia.
Discovered only 6 months ago, 20-year-old Miss Malaysia now appears in several international commercials promoting healthy hair. With a strong sense of smell, she deplores those who gossip about others.
New Zealand.
This 19-year-old is passionate about photography and devotes her attention to capturing the human form. She's most intrigued by images of babies, couples, and pregnant women. Miss New Zealand has also had training in Kapa Haka, a traditional Maori dance.
Northern Marianas.
The discipline and perseverance instilled in 24-year-old Northern Marianas' high school years at a convent proved to be humbling and unforgettable. This has been demonstrated in a multitude of areas, including marathon running and surfing.
Philippines.
A 24-year-old law student, Philippines comes from a small mountaintop mining community known for its cool climate and abundance of pine trees. She hopes to work with a national organization promoting women's rights to educate women on their ability to exercise those rights.
Singapore.
As a young teenager, this delegate mastered the piano and most percussion instruments. Now 24, she is a full-time multimedia artist at Singapore's Pioneer Broadcasting Station.
Taiwan.
A part-time model, this 21-year-old speaks 4 languages and comes from a highly cultural city in Taiwan. She has traveled extensively and considers herself an ambassador for Taiwan at this pageant.
Thailand.
Proud of the significant weight loss she achieved and maintained for 6 years, this delegate knows the value of self-discipline. At 24, Thailand's biggest accomplishment to date is carrying the national banner at the 13th Annual Asian Games.
And this is the region from Asia. India, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, Southern Marianas, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, and Thailand. The region from Mediterranean, Croatia.
A competitive swimmer for 7 years, this 20-year-old student of general medicine also co-authored a paper for the World Congress on Biotechnology.
Cyprus.
An athletic 21-year-old, this model played competitive volleyball for the national team of Cyprus. This delegate is often compared to actress Julia Roberts.
Egypt.
As a distant member of the royal family, this 19-year-old has always had an interest in politics and current events. She is the youngest of 5 siblings and enjoys being in the spotlight.
Greece.
At 22, this delegate has achieved financial independence after several years in modeling. Throughout the world and on television, Miss Greece can be found on runways, magazine covers, and commercials.
Israel.
In modern society, many women play prominent roles. However, this 18-year-old believes that beauty is not something to be shy of. With talent, she feels that opportunities are limitless. This delegate is an accomplished singer, dancer, and championship runner.
Israel.
Slovak Republic. A passionate performer, this 19-year-old is an aspiring professional dancer. Training since a very early age, she dances daily at a performing arts academy in the capital city of Bratislava. Slovak Republic sees her future as both a performer and teacher of dance.
That was Czech Republic. Slovak Republic.
A passionate performer, this 19...
Miss Malta.
At 22 years old, Malta enjoys all of the performing arts, as well as long walks and hiking in Malta's national forest. She comes from a small resort town of Virsabusha, known for entertainment and leisure activities.
Lebanon.
For this 19-year-old, beauty competitions are a family tradition. Her mother, grandmother, and cousin were all pageant royalty. Having completed a baccalaureate in philosophy, Lebanon's other interests include all forms of modern dance.
Slovenia.
This 21-year-old was a professional ballerina in the National Theatre of Slovenia. She has had training in skiing, gymnastics, and piano.
Turkey.
Having won the 1997 Elite Model Look for Turkey, at 19 this delegate has traveled to the United States, France and Germany. Turkey claims that her heroes include Arzum Onan, a former Miss Turkey herself and well-known Turkish actress.
Yugoslavia.
As a 19-year-old ballet dancer, she recently walked the runway during Fashion Week. Her role models include Giselle and Jasmine Guri.
These are the delegates from the region Mediterranean, Croatia, Cyprus, Egypt, Greece, Israel, Slovak Republic, Malta, Lebanon, Slovenia, Turkey, Yugoslavia. The region from Africa, Angola.
As a 19-year-old, Bea Kuto, this medical student plans to specialize in pediatrics. She realized her mission after the 1992 Angolan War, which devastated her entire hometown, including her own home.
Botswana.
A people person by nature, Botswana has a passion for life. This 23-year-old graduated first in her class with a diploma in business communication.
Ghana.
At 18, this delegate knows just how precious life really is. There were so few amenities when she was growing up. Her family had to walk to the river to bathe and hand carry water back for the chores and drinking.
Nigeria.
This 18-year-old comes from a large family and is most influenced by her godmother, who is the vice president of the National Council of Women's Societies in Nigeria. She taught her to always be herself and follow her heart.
South Africa.
Fluent in several languages, including her own Afrikaans, this 20-year-old is studying commerce law. She plays soccer for university, river rafts, ballroom dances, and has 9 years of classical ballet experience.
Zimbabwe.
At 22 years old, this delegate has trained in applied arts, including paintings, ceramics, weaving, figure drawing, illustration, and photography. This has laid the groundwork for her future career in graphic arts.
The region from Africa, Angola, Botswana, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Zimbabwe. region of North and Central America, Canada.
Now 20, this delegate received her pilot's license at the age of 17. She has 7 years of paramilitary training in the Royal Canadian Air Cadets, 12 years of formal piano instruction, and has traveled the world competing in international pageants.
Mexico.
Having danced since the age of 5, she considers her the greatest accomplishment performing a solo role in the ballet Coppelia. Now 21, Miss Mexico also loves soccer, and like her father, she will be reading commentary for the broadcast of 2002 World Cup games.
USA.
Racing the country home of 5 acres, 24-year-old USA is a small-town girl with big-time goals. She hopes to be a trailblazer for women in the field of broadcasting as a sportcaster or sideline reporter.
Costa Rica.
Most proud of her country's rainforest, this 20-year-old from Costa Rica is finishing her studies in advertising. As member of Junior National Symphony Orchestra, she is well on her way to a performing career.
El Salvador.
At 22, Miss El Salvador is both a dancer and a gymnast who is interested in modeling, drama classes, and a wide range of water sports. Some years ago, during yoga meditation, she believes she was able to separate her body from her soul and see the light of an angel.
Guatemala.
As a runway model and television co-host, this 20-year-old has had both ballet and modern dance training. Miss Guatemala films travel documentaries promoting tourism. When away from the camera, she enjoys hiking and climbing the archaeological parks of Guatemala.
Honduras.
This 21-year-old used calm persuasion to disarm a potential thief. Her arguments were so convincing that he's now a rehabilitated drug addict.
Nicaragua.
Miss Nicaragua actively promotes tourism in her country, which she feels is an undiscovered jewel in Central America. This 21-year-old is proudest of the volcanic lake of Granada, where the world's only freshwater sharks reside.
Panama.
Having traveled for the warm and sunny climate of Panama, she saw her first snow in Dublin, Ireland, where she earned her certificate in English. 21-year-old Miss Panama enjoys modeling, acting, and yoga.
This is the region of North and Central America. Canada, Mexico, USA, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama. We welcome the region of the Caribbean. Antigua and Barbuda.
She's thrilled to be the first delegate from the islands of Antigua and Barbuda to participate in the Miss Universe competition. In her spare time, this 23-year-old loves to jet ski, run track and rollerblade. Working at the Antigua Consulate and Tourism Office, she is dedicated to promoting the Antigua Free Trade Zone and the Antigua Maritime Department.
Aruba.
Born in a big urban city, Aruba and her family returned to her parents' native land while she was just a teenager. Having adjusted from Amsterdam to the tiny Dutch island of Aruba, this 21-year-old has become very active in all water-related activities. During her first scuba diving expedition, she had the great fortune to come upon a rare sighting of seahorses. She enjoys participating in the annual reef cleaning of Aruba.
Bahamas.
An ambitious 22-year-old who entered college at 16, Bahamas graduated magna cum laude with a Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management and is headed to graduate school. Not surprisingly, she plans on opening her own hotel chain in the family islands of the Bahamas. She comes from a closely knit family who believes that competition boosts women's self-esteem and confidence.
British Virgin Islands.
Raised in a small village of only 500, many of whom are related, this 19-year-old from British Virgin Islands is active in community services and hopes to be involved with the Department of Social Welfare to educate youth.
Cayman Islands.
This 25-year-old recently overcame her fear of the ocean and its unknown depths by obtaining her scuba diving certification. The experience has deepened Cayman Islands' appreciation for her country's world-renowned natural resources.
Curacao.
The youngest of 6 children, this 22-year-old aspires to be a runway model. Curacao plans to become an entrepreneur by running her own business.
Dominican Republic.
Enrolled as a student majoring in international law, she dreams of being a great lawyer in the Dominican Republic, aiding her country's less fortunate citizens.
Jamaica.
This 22-year-old delegate is currently working at Television Jamaica Limited as reporter and producer. Her goal is to become an accomplished news anchor and create a syndicated regional program geared towards the development of young minds.
Trinidad and Tobago.
A singer, songwriter, and poet for more than 10 years, Trinidad and Tobago recently released her first CD single. This 24-year-old song, No More Tears, continues to be well received throughout her own country and the Caribbean region.
Turks and Caicos.
With a background in art, drama, track and field, gymnastics, and dancing, this delegate was raised on a farming and fishing island. At 19, she has held many leadership roles and prides herself in her academic performance.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
With many years of drama training, 26-year-old U.S. Virgin Islands is no stranger to the stage. In addition to modeling, her passions include West Indian dancing, the Spanish merengue, and the local cuelbe.
Puerto Rico.
Coming from a family of musicians, Puerto Rico recently had her first solo performance at the Bellas Artes Performing Arts Center. Whether it's dance, voice, or modeling, this 20-year-old has been training since the age of 8.
Cuba, Bahamas, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Curacao, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. Woo! There they are, 2001 swimsuit competition. Let's hear it.
Don't let go again. It's your life, love, your happiness.
Let's give them all a round of applause one more time. The delegates in swimsuit, Miss Universe 2001. Thank you so very much. As I mentioned at the beginning of tonight's program, we have two special guests entertaining us tonight. This will be our second special entertainment group. They're a talented group of young men. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage, please welcome Jive 5.
Caminar con aire de diosa y tu fuego sensual despierta en mí toda pasión. No sé cómo puedes decirme que no. No sé por qué me tratas así. Quiero tocarte y tú te alejas de mí. Te dejas ver, pero no querer. Dame el secreto que guardas en tu piel. Si escondo el deseo que hoy siento y muero, si no tengo cerca tus labios, tu cuerpo, dime cómo llego a tu corazón. Aprovecha este momento, pierde la razón. Dime cómo llego a tu corazón. Te siente mi calor, no me digas que no. Dime cómo llego a tu corazón. Que nunca dejaré porque tu cuerpo desea tenerme. Nadie nos ve, dejaste ir. Me sientes y yo te siento a ti. Nada es igual, todo cambió. Tu cuerpo no pudo decirme que no.
Competencia en traje de baño en esta competencia preliminar de Miss Universo 2001. Ahora en tarima están a punto de presentar la próxima parte de la competencia, que es la competencia en traje formal. A esta puntuación también se sumará la entrevista del jurado que se va a estar realizando en estos próximos días para de esta manera seleccionar a las 10 semifinalistas la noche del 11 de mayo, noche final de Miss Universo. Ahora pasemos a la competencia en traje de gala.
With the South American region, Argentina.
Having overcome a brain tumor as an infant, Argentina recently graduated from high school and plans to study psychology. She is also a trained figure skater and keyboard player.
Continuing on, Bolivia.
Miss Bolivia raises money for several charities while a university student studying marketing and advertising. Eventually, she looks forward to starting a family of her own.
Brazil.
Having graced the catwalks of Europe, she has modeled for the likes of Calvin Klein, Prada, Ralph Lauren and Valentino. Despite her busy modeling schedule, Brazil aspires to become a graphic designer.
Chile.
Having studied business, marketing, and accounting, Miss Chile plans to open her own arts academy for students of all ages. Inspired by Isadora Duncan, this hard-working delegate is an innovative and passionate performer.
Colombia.
Although she is in Paris and Florence studying languages and art history, Colombia's real passion is music. She has studied piano and voice and plans to pursue a career in singing.
Ecuador.
She has volunteered her time side by side with Ecuador's First Lady at several charity functions. In addition, Ecuador is working towards her master's degree in non-profit marketing.
Paraguay.
Currently enrolled in college, Paraguay traveled to Europe on a university-sponsored program where she studied international management practices. This future career woman has her eye on the linen and clothing business.
Peru.
This delegate is a member of the Committee of Restoration of National Monuments, winning an official Peruvian competition on cultural heritage. This delegate's recommendations are in the planning stages of action by her country's government.
Uruguay.
Uruguay's ambition is to work with disabled children, and she hopes to open her own institute. She most admires those who work on behalf of others.
Venezuela.
From a multicultural family, Venezuela realizes that being fluent in many languages will give her great opportunities for a worldwide career. She expects to find herself working in media and communications.
The region of South America. Argentina, Bolivia. Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Peru, Uruguay, Venezuela. Thank you, ladies. The region of Europe, beginning with Belgium.
Fluent in 4 languages, this Belgian native keeps busy by teaching high school. Belgium has studied Latin, math and physics, but is also pursuing a career in television.
Bulgaria.
Having helped to organize the first Miss Teen Bulgaria competition, with the top prize being a scholarship to U.S. University, Bulgaria plans to use experience to further herself in the field of marketing.
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic is grateful for the so-called Velvet Revolution of 1989, which liberated the spirit of her country and opened numerous doors for her to pursue a career in television.
Estonia.
Currently enrolled in business school, where she is the Vice President of Student Government, Miss Estonia speaks 5 languages in addition to her native Estonian. She received a silver medal for her grades in high school and is currently working towards a career in public administration.
France. Excuse me, Finland.
Influenced most by her own family, Miss Finland's hero is her own father. When not extolling the virtues of her own family, she loves to talk about the beauty of her country, and especially her hometown.
France.
Having earned a scientific certificate of education, France is currently in nursing school and plans to use her skills in the field of pediatrics. Her proudest accomplishment is a smile of a sick child.
Germany.
Miss Germany is proficient in 4 languages, including English, French and Russian. She feels her greatest accomplishment is setting an example to be one's personal best.
Hungary.
Although this well-rounded delegate is still deciding on her career path, Hungary is most interested in foreign trade and the media. Having earned her certificate in general nursing, she has had drama training and participates in a professional literature circle.
Ireland.
A few years ago, she was invited to represent Ireland in Chicago's St. Patrick's Day Festival. The eldest of 4 children, Miss Ireland considers this the most exciting thing to happen to her, besides winning her title.
Italy.
In 5 years' time, Italy expects to have earned her pharmacy degree and be working with a major drug corporation. She would also like to pursue her interest in acting.
Netherlands.
Coming from a large extended family has led her to promote high family values. Netherlands has been recognized for promoting volunteer work and encourages future generations to believe in this same value.
I'm getting bored in the shadows that surround. See you sitting on your coaster.
Norway.
From a small village in eastern Norway, this delegate broke into the fast-paced world of modeling with ease. Norway aspires to become creative director in a large advertising film.
Poland.
In her first year of commercial real estate college, she is confident and family-oriented. Poland is thankful for those closest to her for having taught her to be strong and to positively influence others.
All the walls are shaking, 'cause they were never real.
Portugal.
The recognition she has received as Miss Portugal has opened many doors for this delegate. Although currently undecided about a career direction, her interests are diverse. Netherlands is sure of one thing: whatever she decides to do, she wants to do it well.
Spain.
Simple and patient, she is most influenced by the trusted people who surround her. Spain is a university student majoring in business and currently works in a consulting office.
Everything is turning out the same.
Switzerland.
She is a member of a female pop music group who just recorded 2 new singles. Miss Sweden's future plans include a law school education as well as continued world journeys.
Sweden.
She's a member of a female pop music group which just recorded 2 new singles. Miss Sweden's future plans include a law school education as well as continued world journeys.
Ukraine.
Having established her own charitable organization, People That Care, Ukraine planned a charity event benefiting more than 300 children during the Christmas holiday. The children were able to decorate their own tree and they received clothing and gifts.
Russia.
She and a business partner have started their own modeling agency in their native Russia. She is an ambitious businesswoman who intends to take her agency global.
And there they are, ladies and gentlemen, the region of Europe. Belgium, Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Ukraine, and Russia. Let's continue with the region of Asia. India.
Coming from a military background, she has lived in nearly every region of India. She has an honors degree in communication and commerce and has been accepted as a pilot in the Indian Air Force.
Japan.
Born and raised in a small port city with many relatives nearby, all leading active lifestyles, Japan is now at university in Tokyo studying sociology. She hopes to travel the world, visiting many cities and making friends along the way.
Korea.
When this delegate first heard her high school teacher play the gayakam, a traditional Korean instrument, Korea was so moved and influenced by the experience that she is now at university studying for her master's degree in gayakam.
Malaysia.
A student at the University of Creative Technology with certificates in advertising and multimedia, Malaysia's intent is to work at an established advertising agency before establishing her own business.
New Zealand.
As a native Maori, a people indigenous to New Zealand, English does not come naturally to this delegate. Having recently mastered the language, her long-term career ambition is to open a language school to promote the Maori culture and passing the knowledge on to future generations.
Northern Marianas.
In her own words, leadership is not a position, it is action. She is the youngest executive director on her government's municipal council. On her way to a law degree and a judgeship, this delegate will be working at the policy-making level of the Commonwealth of Northern Marianas' government.
Philippines.
Working with the Philippines internet business pioneers, she co-authored a book on e-commerce, which has become instrumental in the enactment of specific internet laws. Philippines has a Bachelor of Science and is presently in her third year of law school.
Singapore.
As a self-proclaimed tomboy and an IT entrepreneur, she was pursuing her bachelor's degree in computers before winning her title. Now, with a 2-year contract as a television host, Singapore is open to exploring new opportunities and will ultimately choose the most joyful and fulfilling path.
Taiwan.
The evening gown and shoes are her own designs, and the dress was hand-beaded by Taiwan herself. Her title and position have afforded her the opportunity to find life's objective and her own words. It is not only about the personal achievement, it is also about the contribution to society.
Thailand.
For the past 2 years, this delegate has taught piano to children and teenagers. In hopes to opening her own nursery school, Thailand is currently pursuing her master's degree in communications, with plans to further her study in psychology and accomplish her goal.
That completes the Asia region. Please give it up for India, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, New Zealand, Northern Marianas, Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, and Thailand. Mediterranean. Croatia.
As a research scientist, Miss Croatia is currently working on her 3rd presentation for the next World Congress of Biotechnology and plans to present her work in 2004.
Cyprus.
Having won first prize in an art competition organized by the European Union, Cyprus is the first person in our country to hold a diploma in permanent makeup and tattoo art.
Egypt.
Miss Egypt is a political science major who aspires to achieve her master's degree in international law and one day become the president of the Arab League.
As an artist and painter who is sensitive to the beauty of life, the 1999 Athens earthquake had a profound impact on Miss Greece. She became a volunteer team member, offering counseling and support to many earthquake victims.
Israel.
Growing up with 4 siblings sharing a single bedroom, Miss Israel is the youngest in her closely knit family. She comes from the town of Haifa on the Mediterranean coast and is proud to be representing her country.
Slovak Republic.
A big step in the life of Slovak Republic was moving away from home. Being able to speak 4 languages and having a big heart enabled her to make friends easily. She has also saved the lives of many abandoned animals and has adopted 2 dogs and 7 cats of her own.
Malta.
Recently engaged to a business associate, Ms. Malta is pursuing her career in the production and editing department of an audiovisual production company.
Lebanon.
Ambitious to become a well-known TV personality like Barbara Walters and Oprah Winfrey, Lebanon believes that with higher education and constant self-improvement, she will achieve her goals.
Slovenia.
Now studying law, Slovenia also models occasionally pursuing her degree. She is confident she will own her own law firm and become an advocate for the well-being of children.
Turkey.
Aspiring for a career in human resources and organizational behavior, in 5 years' time, Turkey hopes to be working in a large corporate environment.
Yugoslavia.
With an avid interest in archaeology, in 10 years' time, Yugoslavia expects to be in some exotic place discovering the artifacts of some old civilization. She will soon enter the University of Belgrade.
Forgiveness is the key, not pride. I want to heal this pain I hide.
This is the region of the Mediterranean. Croatia, Cyprus, Egypt, Greece, Israel, Slovak Republic, Malta, Lebanon, Slovenia, Turkey, and Yugoslavia.
You're the one to comfort me, to cast my burden low. I'm not afraid to teach, to learn your ways. Under your wings in your perfect time. Your dreams come true. You make me shine. Can days be right in your perfect time?
Continuing with the North and Central America region, Canada.
This fall, Miss Canada will enter university with an international relations and human rights curriculum. Without a doubt, her ambition will be vital to the success of the UN and NATO peacekeeping missions.
Mexico.
This formerly mandolin player speaks Spanish, English, and French. Mexico comes from a strong support network of family and friends and received communion from the Pope's hand when she was only 12.
USA.
Spokesperson for breast and ovarian cancer. Her passion stems from her mother, a 12-year breast cancer survivor. This has given her the opportunity to share her mother's success story with thousands of people around the world.
Costa Rica.
Her influence for music came from Tchaikovsky, but this young delicate is an accomplished musician, having studied the harp since she was 9.
El Salvador.
Eva Perón and Lady Diana are heroes to Miss El Salvador for showing the world that women can be successful, influential, and beautiful. She is currently in her 3rd year of business management, pursuing her master's degree in finance.
Guatemala.
Having once spent a day as acting Minister of Interior Defense, she is currently pursuing a career in international marketing. Guatemala poses the unique talent of palm reading.
Honduras.
In her 4th year of architecture studies, Miss Honduras hopes to one day design an amusement park and sports center for the people of Honduras. In her free time, she is an airbrush artist and horseback rider.
Nicaragua.
Having earned a bachelor's degree in marketing and business administration, she hopes to have her own advertising agency specializing in product launches. Nicaragua is spontaneous and faithful and prides herself on being down to earth and having no pretenses.
Panama.
Currently a medical student, Panama believes that nutrition is a primary issue. When she graduates, she aspires to open her own clinic and be actively involved in addressing social consciousness and the development of Panama.
the region of North and Central America, Canada, Mexico, USA, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama. From the region of the Caribbean, we begin with Antigua and Barbuda.
Hailing from a political family, she has had the opportunity to have lived in the US and Europe. Having earned a Bachelor of Science and aced her graduate admissions test, she will continue her education towards an MBA. After earning her PhD, Miss Antigua and Barbuda plans to open her own marketing firm.
Aruba.
A certified scuba diver, Aruba is currently finishing her secondary education. She speaks Dutch, English, Spanish, and Papiamento. And while she is proficient in piano and drama, she plans to open her own private practice as a child psychologist.
Bahamas.
In 5 years' time, Bahamas will have completed her studies in graduate school, opened her own modeling and etiquette agency, and begun acquiring properties for her chain of resorts. She is proud to have been elected the chairperson of the National Society of Minorities and Hospitals, is certified in CPR, and is working to establish a safe house in the Bahamas for abandoned children.
British Virgin Islands.
While attending community college, she is currently studying natural science and plans to attend medical school. Her goal is to be the first female pediatrician in the British Virgin Islands.
Cayman Islands.
As the youngest of 7 children, Cayman Islands has earned a Bachelor of Science and is currently pursuing her master's degree in marketing and e-business.
Curacao.
Curaçao speaks 5 languages and is gaining valuable experience as assistant general manager of an import-export company.
Dominican Republic.
Enrolled as a student majoring in international law, she has dreams of being a great lawyer in the Dominican Republic, aiding her country's less fortunate citizens.
Jamaica.
Upon achieving her bachelor's degree, she treated herself to a tour of Europe. While there, Jamaica was credited with saving the life of an elderly man who had collapsed in the middle of the street.
Trinidad and Tobago.
As a primary level school teacher, she specializes in addressing children who are slow learners. Trinidad and Tobago intends to establish a learning center for other teachers, enlightening them on the benefits of educational psychology and counseling.
Some other people keep running into me. You say you know just who you are.
Turks and Caicos.
Wearing an evening gown of her own design, this delegate's career ambition is to become a corporate lawyer. Turks and Caicos' mission is to involve more of her country's people in the success of the booming offshore oil business.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Having been faced with a very challenging upbringing as a foster child, U.S. Virgin Islands is an advocate for the necessity of universal childcare. She holds a bachelor's degree in education and is in pursuit of her MBA. Her goal is to become the Commissioner of Tourism for the U.S. Virgin Islands and eventually her country's delegate to Congress of the United Nations.
Can feel them floating around.
Puerto Rico.
Planning to pursue a career in music after achieving her master's degree in communications. She would like to have a career in the entertainment industry and have her own live television program directed towards teenage issues.
There they are, the region of the Caribbean, Antigua and Barbuda, Aruba, Bahamas, British, Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, Curacao, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a tradition at Miss Universe to give you the evening gown parade of Miss Universe 2001.
Remembers your name. The beauty of your face whispers the same. Treasure of love sent from above. Stay close to me. Searching our world is falling apart. gentle and kind as morning breaks. Our dreams will away. Stay close to me. Our world, searching our hearts.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen. 77. 77 ladies. Keep the music, please. Music, please. 77 ladies from all over the universe. What will be the new Miss Universe this Friday night? Let's give them a round of applause. You all, wonderful job. Do you have a winner yet? Well, right now, I have the honor to...
Y esta noche en la competencia preliminar Miss Universo 2001 no tan solo vemos cómo se desenvuelven las candidatas en traje de baño y en traje de gala, sino que también vamos a ver quién fue la premiada en fotogenia. Vamos a pasar a la tarima a ver quién fue la agraciada.
Puerto Rico! Puerto Rico, photogenic, and here is your envelope. Mr. Jim Gibson, please. Laura, keep that music going, if you will. Laura.
Tremenda emoción para el pueblo puertorriqueño. Por segundo año consecutivo, la puertorriqueña gana el título de Miss Fotogenia. Recuerden que la votación se hizo a través de internet y Denise Quiñones, Miss Puerto Rico Universe 2001, fue la agraciada este año nuevamente. Así que muchísimas felicidades para la puertorriqueña. Realmente esta noche ha sido una noche sumamente emocionante, de muchísima elegancia y gracia, y las candidatas todas se han desenvuelto con una soltura y una gracia impresionante. Pero este próximo 11 de mayo también tendremos la oportunidad de ver a las semifinalistas hablando y vamos a ver tremendo despliegue de lo que es la belleza mundial. Así que nadie se retire, que continuamos desde la competencia preliminar de Miss Universo 2001. Vale la pena señalar la reacción del público durante la competencia de traje de baño. Estaban embelesados, no había demasiada reacción de parte del público, pero ya una vez comenzó la competencia de trajes de gala, se podía escuchar ya el público aplaudiendo y demostrando que sí le gustaba la candidata o el vestuario. Y la verdad es que fue increíble ver la moda de los distintos países del mundo, cómo las candidatas se desenvolvían también en la pasarela, unas con más experiencia que otras, claro. Denise Quiñones también luciendo espectacular en un modelo del diseñador colombiano Gustavo Arango. Obtuvo muchísimos aplausos del público. Sin duda la puertorriqueña fue quien arrasó esta noche con los aplausos del público y seguramente con la emoción de ustedes desde sus casas. La verdad es que es muy emocionante estar aquí. Esperamos que este próximo 11 de mayo ustedes también se puedan dar cita al Coliseo Rubén Rodríguez de Bayamón. Si no, recuerden también que esta será la gran noche real de Tele 11 a partir de las 7 de la noche hasta las 12 de la medianoche. Todo comienza con la antesala a Miss Universo 2001. Continuamos con el telecast, o sea, todo lo que se va a ver a través del certamen de Miss Universo a nivel mundial. Y no olviden también la gala de coronación que termina a la medianoche. Así que los esperamos hasta entonces. El 11 de mayo será para el universo y Puerto Rico será el centro de todo. No se lo pierdan.
Is the winner of Photogenic. Puerto Rico! Puerto Rico Photogenic, and here is your envelope. Mr. Jim Gibson, please. Laura, keep that music going, if you will. Laura and Francisco, come on down. We've had a wonderful time tonight. Have you had fun? We want to thank Jim Gibson, Laura, and Francisco. Friday night is the telecast live on CBS. Jim, any last words?
I say let's carry on.